And good evening, Savannah and the Coastal Empire. It's Wednesday night. It's the Karl Demasi Sports Report right here live on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Hey, I'm glad I could be here. Always like being here. It's a lot of fun every Wednesday night talking about local sports, what's going on. And, of course, the coach is playing with the buttons and trying to get to where I got to be. Okay, right here. There we go. I found the right button. Man, you got to love it. It's live internets, okay? The live radio. But anyway, it's always a lot of fun. May 14th, 2025. I'm not in the Sound Garden today again because there's a little function going on. I think it's called Beer and Hymns. And they pack the place out, and they do it once a month. And they switched it from Thursday night to Wednesday night. So the coach gets booted, but the coach is still here. The coach is still on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. And like I say every week, I got to thank John and Adele Henderson for letting me do my show since 2020 when COVID hit. 5 years on the internet. So, I mean, it's pretty impressive. Started April 2020. We did a couple of weeks at, Rocky's New York Deli, and we jumped over to get on the Soundgarden stage. It was the coach and the AD, Chad Griffin. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm glad you could join me. And it's all about local sports, local kids, local news. We get into the national sports because it's related to the Savannah area, but it's always a lot of fun. Great show tonight. Monday and Tuesday, we had the Georgia High School State Association Track and Field Championships. We had a lot of successful people. First guest, 7:15. We're going to talk to the man himself. 7 straight region titles, a second-place finish in the state meet, Class 4A. We're going to talk to the head coach over at Benedictine Military School, also the defensive coordinator of the football team, and that's Galen Houston. Okay, and then about 7:30, this kid, I can't wait to talk to him. From what Coach Rico Campbell tells me from South Effingham High School Track and Field, this kid is super. The kid is exceptional. Hey, he's going to the United States Naval Academy on a scholarship, so he's going to be pretty impressive. And we'll be talking to South Effingham's Harrison Crofts, who won gold, 6'8" in the high jump. He did 6'10" in the preliminaries. That's a big jump. Okay, that'll be about 7:30. Then we'll wrap up the show. So as I say, every week we're going 3 steps in the door. We go youth, or the Ute, as I like to say, in high school sports. Then we go college sports, and then we do the professional sports. And then we talk what's happening, what's going on in the Sound Garden, okay? So let me just clear my other monitor here so I'm not looking at anything. Okay. I got stuff going on here that shouldn't be going on. I'm a one-man show. I'm the host. I'm everything else, like I say every week. So let's go. 3 steps in the door. Step number 1, high school and youth sports, okay? Well, got to say, what a great week for the high school track and field athletes here in the Savannah area, okay? We didn't just 1 gold medal. I think we got like 10 gold medals or more than 10 gold medals. I mean, if you count Liberty County and you count Bradwell, we're off the chain, okay? But let's say locally, okay? Jenkins High School. We got to start off with Corey Stafford, Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete. He got 2 gold medals in the 100 meters, the 200 meters, and he teamed up with Ronnie Taylor, Jalen Elliott, and Ketarion Haynes, okay, in the 4x100. 3 gold medals for that young man. And then you had the teammates. That's 6 gold medals right there. So there's 6, okay? Then we got to talk about the women's track team over at Jenkins, the Lady Warriors. Blessed Diago brought home a gold in the triple jump. All right, so that's 7. All right, let's go to Benedictine. They dominated in the relays. Okay, they won the 400 and the 200, 4x100, 4x200, with a squad led by Stanley Smart, Stephen Cannon, Chris Bubba Frazier, Eron Millard, and Cole Henderson. So there's 5 more. So now we're up to 12. Savannah Arts Academy. Francie Teta, one of the best long-distance female runners here in the state of Georgia, took the 3,200 meter. We're going to try and get her on, too. I'm going to try and get the Richmond Hill. I'll get to that in a second. But like I said, South Effingham's Harrison Crofts. He'll be my guest at 7:30. He's our Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete Week, 6'8" in the Class 5A high jump. He did his personal best in the preliminary, 6'10", okay? And then Richmond Hill, so that's I said 12, 13, that's 14. Okay, 14 gold medals, and that's not accounting Bradwell, Liberty County, okay? Richmond Hill's Kendrick Joshua, okay, swept the 110-meter hurdles and the 300-meter hurdles, with the boys team, the Richmond Hill boys team, finishing third place. Benedictine was runner-up in Class 4A. Richmond Hill was third place in 5A. Pretty impressive right there. So that's like 14 gold medals right there. There's a lot of other athletes that made the podium. Please go to the prepsportsreport.com. Check on the article I put together of all the kids that were in the top 8 that made it to the podium. If I missed anybody, which, I'll take blame for it, I do. Last night I had a typo. I had Savannah Christian beating Prince Avenue Christian, but really Calvary beat Prince Avenue Christian. Well, anyway, you know what I'm saying. I made a mistake. I'll correct it. I'll make sure I correct it in the article. I'll get it up there on the internet. All right? So check it out. All right? Today, big morning over at New Hampstead High School. They gave out the Ashley Deering Award to Rashawn Truel, and they gave out the Hollis Stacy Award to Gianna Brown. Now, Gianna Brown, back-to-back Hollis Stacy Award winner, okay? Just an unbelievable female athlete for sports. Rashawn Truel, I don't know how many people know this, okay? There have been like 5 or 6 athletes that won the Deering Award and the Finicaro Award. There's never been an athlete to win the Deering Award, okay, most versatile male athlete, and the Finicaro Award, the best football player in Chatham County. While at the Greater Savannah Athletic Hall of Fame on Monday, Rashawn Truel won the Lawton Calhoun Award, given out to the most valuable high school athlete in Savannah, Georgia. That's 3. That's the first time that's ever happened. When the Georgia High School, the Georgia State, the Greater Savannah Athletic Hall of Fame. I'm going too quick. Okay, step back. The Greater Savannah Athletic Hall of Fame, most valuable athlete, Rashawn Truel. The Deering Award, most versatile male athlete, and the Finicaro Award. I mean, first time it's ever happened. Pretty impressive right there. And of course, like I said, Gianna Brown went back-to-back winning that. Okay, so let me check my time here. All right, we're looking pretty good right here. Yes, okay, I got 4 minutes to wrap this up, so I better start going. Okay, baseball. We got an all-Savannah baseball final, and the Georgia High School got smart. Savannah Christian and Calvary both swept their games last night. Calvary swept Prince Avenue Christian. Savannah Christian swept Wesleyan. They'll meet in the championship, the Class 3AA private championship. It was supposed to be going play up there in Lawrenceville in the Cool Ray Stadium, home of the Gwinnett Stripers, who's the Braves AAA affiliate. Well, Georgia High School said, you know what? Let's switch that. We'll be playing that championship game at Georgia Southern. Okay, so we don't have to trek all the way up to the ATL. We go down 16. Boring ride, but we're going to go there. Okay, Monday night, 5 o'clock, first pitch. The battle for the Georgia High School State Association Class 3AA Private School Championships, 5 o'clock. Calvary, Savannah Christian, you got to be there or be square. If there's an if game, it'll be Tuesday at 12 noon. Okay, Monday and Tuesday. Okay, got to love it. Got to love it. Got to love those 2 guys that are coaching that team, Philip Lee and Matt Oglesby. Okay, all right, step 2 indoor. Let's go college. Georgia was ranked number 1 going into this week. They lost 2 out of 3 to number 23, Alabama. Okay, so they dropped to number 10. They got to take on Texas A&M. I think that's now in the top 10. So last series of the season, and we'll find out about the College World Series, Baseball World Series for the Bulldogs. Georgia Tech now, who's ranked in the top 20. They played number 20, Louisville. They lost the first game. They got blown out 16-2 in 7 innings. I never heard about that in college baseball. But yeah, I guess they got a mercy rule. But then they came back and they won the doubleheader, 6-0, 2-1. Okay, so they're also in the running to make the NCAA Division I World Series playoffs. Okay, go to SCAD, the men's bowling team, trying to defend their bowling championship. Okay, at the NIA championships, they finished second. They fell 4-0 to Marion University, so they're the runner-up. Okay, step 3, professional sports. Okay, let's go. Got to talk about a little golf here. Brian Harmon, we know he finished 3rd over there at the Hilton Head, the RBC Heritage. He finished 3rd. He came back last week and finished at the Truist Championship 46th at 2 under. Okay, this week we got the what do we got this week? We got the PGA Championship. Okay, he'll tee off tomorrow. Okay, he's 23rd in the official world golf rankings. Remember, we don't include the live golfers. Okay, he's also 18th on the FedEx Cup. Okay, so Brian Harmon playing in the PGA Championship this weekend. Tim O'Neill and Gene Sowers on the PGA Champions Tour, which the guy's over 50. Tim tied 28th, shooting 4 under. Okay. Gene Sowers hasn't played in a while, finished 11th, shooting 6 under. So those guys will be at the Regions Tradition Champions Tour in Birmingham, Alabama. Okay. The Atlanta Braves. Told you, folks, 21-21. We're at 500. We're getting back. We're going to get Acuna back. We're going to get Strider back. Don't worry about it. You know, last night got to be impressed with Drake Baldwin, the rookie catcher. I mean, hitting a 2-run home run and going 3 for 4. Okay, so right now, we got to love it. They take on the Nationals tonight. They take on the Nationals tomorrow, and then they head out to the dreaded Fenway Park with the Boston Red Sox over the weekend, okay? Banana Ball rode through Nashville, 70,000 people. But people, the party animals, have won 11 out of 12 have won 10 out of the last 11 games, according to Josh Tavelski, the other golden voice of the Bananas internet team of Biko and Josh. 10 out of 11, okay? For what this was saying, from what I saw, they had 17 hits in that game. Nashville was a packed house. It was crazy, just like at Clemson. You know, some Titans, Cam Ward, the number 1 draft pick, showed up. So pretty excited. I think Javon Kersey showed up. Jesse Cole and that crew are doing a great job, okay? And then finally, let's talk about what's going on. I got to get out of here. In the Coach's Corner Soundgarden Summer Concert Series. Nothing this weekend, okay? Next May 31st at 7 p.m., we got Carnival Ride. Carnival Ride is a double tribute to Taylor Swift and Carrie Underwood. You have to be 18 and up to attend, okay? So once again, that was packed house last time. They had a Taylor Swift tribute band. June 7th, we got the Charlie Fogg with Turtle Folk. And then we got Led Zeppelin, okay, Ramble On June 14th. Also, don't forget, across the parking lot, we got Thunderbolt indoor golfing games. 2 golf simulators. You play any golf course in the world. It's raining outside. You want to play some golf? Go over there. Go right across the parking lot. Go over there to Indoor Golfing Games and check it out at indoorgolfinggames.com. All part of the Coach's Corner campus. Okay, that's it for what's going on in the door. And now I got to get out of the door. My next guest is waiting. We'll be talking about Benedictine's track and field team, who are state runners-up in Class 4A with the man himself, Galen Houston. Okay, so stay tuned. I'll be back in 3 minutes. You're watching the Karl Demasi Sports Report right here. Slow down, Coach. You're watching the Karl Demasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Be back in 3 minutes. 3, 1, 2, 3. Or as we say in New York, 1, 2, 3. Be right back. Hey, sports fans, looking for the ultimate sports and entertainment destination in Savannah, Georgia? Look no further than Coach's Corner. At Coach's Corner, you'll find everything you need for a great time, including TVs everywhere so you can catch all the latest sporting events, an outdoor seating area, perfect for enjoying a drink or a meal on a warm day, a wide array of drink options from beers to cocktails, a comprehensive sports schedule so you can cheer on your favorite teams year-round, prompt service even when it's crowded, a fun and lively atmosphere perfect for letting loose with your friends, and of course, delicious food, from famous chicken wings, hamburgers to delectable calzones and pizzas. Coach's Corner menu is sure to satisfy your cravings. In addition to all this, Coach's Corner also features an upgraded sound garden. Now, more seats, more bars, and an upgraded sound system. It's the perfect spot for hundreds of fans to gather and enjoy the latest local bands, tribute acts, and rising stars. So what are you waiting for? Join us at Coach's Corner for the ultimate sports, music, and culinary experience. Coach's Corner can't wait to see you soon. Remember, Coach's Corner is located at 3016 Victory Drive, right in Thunderbolt, Georgia, and on the World Wide Web at coaches.net. Remember, Coach's Corner, where every day is game day. Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary Day School, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ at Calvary Day School. We would consider it a privilege to meet with you and your family personally. Call Alicia Bain, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299. Yo, you still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli. And
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room, if you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back, Savannah and the Coastal Empire. Okay, my cords are a little tangled here. You gotta love going live. I'm telling you right now. You think you got everything straight, but you don't. Okay, and I thought I had my guest in studio, but right now he's not popping up. Let me add him to the stage. Nope, he's not there yet. So hopefully Galen will jump on. Coach Houston will jump on, and we could talk to him. But okay. So this one's killing me. I'm just going to take it out, okay? But welcome back to the Karl Demasi Sports Report, heard every Wednesday night right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network on Facebook at the Karl Demasi Sports Report or at Coach's Corner Facebook page. Then, of course, on YouTube at the Karl Demasi Sports Report. And then, of course, on Twitter at KD Sports Report. We're there for you. The show is then on YouTube for forever, so you can check it out there. I think it now, Facebook, with all their new rules, it only stays up there for an hour. So, I just text Coach Galen, and let me text him again and see if he's there. Are you there, Coach? All right. So hopefully he'll jump on. And while we're waiting for him, I talked about, we're going to talk about BC finishing second in the state track championships, but I want to get to my notes about those other athletes that I didn't mention that also made up a very good contingent of track athletes up there at the track meet. And I didn't get a chance because I can't remember their names off the top of the head like I can with the kids from the Savannah area. But like I left out, okay, here we go. Jacob Paisley out of Bradwell claimed the 400-meter title, and Jaden Haynes of Liberty County earned the gold. Okay, hold on. All right, so hold it. He's hooking back in here. So let me kick him off. Let me remove him from this one. I guess he's having trouble with his internet like some of the other people are having. So let me take him out of this one. He's trying to hook up in the other one. He's having a tough time hooking up. So let's get into a little of what Benedictine did up there in the state track meet. Okay. Okay, so Coach Houston is trying to get in there. So let's see if we can do this. I don't want to bring on Harrison yet because we told everybody 7:30. So Harrison, hang tight. I know you're listening and you're watching. Hang tight. We'll get you on at 7:30. But, 7 straight region titles for the BC Cadets. Now, whether it was region or Class 3 or Class 4, that's pretty impressive. And this young man, I got to coach against him when he played at Benedictine Military School because I was coaching at Groves High School. He was a handful back then, okay? Has 7 straight region titles for the Benedictine Cadets under Galen Houston. He's also the defensive coordinator. And, being an old football coach, and I bet you Danny Britt, being the young football coach, feels the same way. You want to get your football players into another sport. And track and field is great because you work on sprints, you work on power. It's just both sports go together. That's what I always did with my athletes. I tried to get them to do another sport. And if they were quick, if they got ups, if they could jump, I got them involved in it. So, 7 region championships. And then, of course, they go to they're the Class 4A state runner-up because they had a bunch of other guys finish. So let me look at this. Okay, we got a G coming up here. Could he be joining us now? All right, so the Cadets earn the Class 4A runner-up with 40 points. They lost by 2 points for the state championship, okay? the 4x100 team of, like I said, Stanley Smart, Stephen Cannon, Chris Bubba Frazier, and Eron Millard, they won the 4x100. And the 4x2, okay, you had Smart, Frazier, Cannon, and Cole Henderson jumped in there, okay? So those relays were unbelievable. They had a top 3 finish from Chris Frazier in the 100 meters. They had 4th place finish by Eron Millard in the 100 meter, and Stanley Smart a 6th place finish in the 100 meter and the 200 meter. That gets you points. Cole Minich finished 7th in the 1600, and Mayer Hagan placed 8th in the discus, and they fell 2 points short of the state championship. So just pretty impressive. I mean, you know, year in and year out, Benedictine excels in a lot of sports. And you got to give that to the coaching staff over there. I mean, they preach getting in the weight room. They preach that, you know, hard work pays off, dedication, and he's trying again. So it's not working for him. You know, I'm not joking, people. Clevin Thompson, the interim head basketball coach at can you hear me, Coach?
I hear you. Yes, sir.
Hey, let's do this without a picture, okay? You want to do it that way?
Okay. Yep.
If you don't mind. I mean, you know, we all know how good looking you are.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
But once again, congratulations. I just lost him. How about this one, Coach? Are you there? Nope, he's not there either. Oh, boy, you got to love the internets. I do apologize, people. You know, you saw that we did have okay, I just lost it again. But anyway, like I was saying, they just go hand in hand. The two sports go together. Coach is still trying to get on here, and you know, I'm pretty impressed. I also forgot to mention that, you know, Richmond Hill, okay, they had a slew of people win events. Kendrick Joshua, 100 meter, 200 meter. Benjamin Hall placed 8th in the 3200. Corbin Johnson finished 4th in the 100, 8th in the 200. The boys 4x100. Kobe Mitchell, Corbin Johnson, Walter Pugh, and Kendrick finished in 2nd place. And the 4x200 finished 8th place. Eddie Howell placed 6th in the 800. Billy Cunningham finished 8th in the long jump. They finished 3rd in the championship. And on the girls' side, Jada Brown was 2nd in the girls' shot put and 6th in the discus. And Mikam Inyang placed 5th in both girls' hurdle and events and 3rd in the shot put. Chloe Miller finished 7th in the girls' 800. So Savannah Arts Academy, Francie Tedder, who won the 3200, placed 2nd in the 1600 and placed 3rd in the 800. Okay, Ava Trace was 4th in the 1600 and 7th. I mean, we had so many successful track athletes. So you just got to love it. Please go to the Prep Sports Report, check it out. Of course, my man Lawrence Bennett, you're checking in, but we're having a lot of glitches with the internet at my house, so it's not Coach's Corner this week. But once again, Lawrence Bennett is the mastermind behind the Coach's Corner Sports Network. He does our weekly NASCAR show with Brandon, the Atlanta man, Bain, who knows all things NASCAR. It's called Rubbin' and Grubbin'. Go to YouTube, check it out. Be a subscriber to my channel. We just love to have you follow us, okay? So I don't know what else I can go on. Over at Country Day, Andrew Wynn led the boys for Country Day, 2nd place in the 110 meters. I think he won it last year. 5th in the 300 meters, 4th in the high jump. Andrew Nicholson finished 2nd in the shot put at 51 feet, 3 inches. The girls 4x800 meter relay team finished 3rd. Lily Barrow, Ansley Cheshire, Cindy Murray, and Ariala Patel finished 3rd. Lily Barrow also came in 8th in the 3200. So there's a lot more going on. I got to give a big shout out to St. Vincent's. Okay, this girl's only a freshman. She hadn't lost a track meet all year long in the discus. She finished 3rd. She finished 4th in shot put. She's only a freshman. Remember this name, Tekla Thompson. Okay, she's only a freshman. Okay, so once again, Woodville Tompkins, Jasmine Gaither won 3 medals in 3 events. Finished 3rd in the 300, 6th in the 100, and 5th in the long jump. And then Isaiah McGuire took 3rd in the boys 800. All right, on that note, my next guest is ready. I'm going to go to break, get this straightened out. I got to talk to Coach Houston on the landline. I do appreciate you bearing with me, you know, because you hold it. He's Harrison's getting ready to come on. So we got 3 minutes to Harrison. So hang in there, and we'll see what happens. I'll try and get Coach Houston on before the end of the show. You're watching the Karl Demasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Up next in 3 minutes, the Wetherington Chiropractic Athlete of the Week, Harrison Crofts from South Effingham High School. Hey, sports fans, looking for the ultimate sports and entertainment destination in Savannah, Georgia? Look no further than Coach's Corner. At Coach's Corner, you'll find everything you need for a great time, including TVs everywhere so you can catch all the latest sporting events, an outdoor seating area, perfect for enjoying a drink or a meal on a warm day, a wide array of drink options from beers to cocktails, a comprehensive sports schedule so you can cheer on your favorite teams year-round, prompt service even when it's crowded, a fun and lively atmosphere perfect for letting loose with your friends, and of course, delicious food, from famous chicken wings, hamburgers, to delectable calzones and pizzas. Coach's Corner menu is sure to satisfy your cravings. In addition to all this, Coach's Corner also features an upgraded sound garden, now with more seats, more bars, and an upgraded sound system. It's the perfect spot for hundreds of fans to gather and enjoy the latest local bands, tribute acts, and rising stars. So what are you waiting for? Join us at Coach's Corner for the ultimate sports, music, and culinary experience. Coach's Corner can't wait to see you soon. Remember, Coach's Corner is located at 3016 Victory Drive, right in Thunderbolt, Georgia, and on the World Wide Web at coaches.net. Remember, Coach's Corner, where every day is game day.
Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary Day School, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ at Calvary Day School. We would consider it a privilege to meet with you and your family personally. Call Alicia Bain, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
Yo, you still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style, we are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time, it makes you mad, the pain drives you crazy, you just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Karl Demasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Once again, Coach Houston's going to try and come on after I have the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week on right now. So we'll try and get hooked up with Coach Houston. Bear with me, okay? You just got to love the internets. And all right, so I know I say this every week. I've said it for however long I'm doing this show, 15 years now. This is the favorite part of my show. This is where we get to talk to the good kids that have done something special, and we spotlight the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. Dr. Bart and his wife, Lisa, have been sponsoring this ever since I got on the radio in 2010. I really do got to appreciate them, okay? So we're going to head over to South Effingham High School to honor a true state champion, okay? Senior Harrison Crofts captured the Georgia High School State Association Class 5A state title in the high jump, clearing 6 feet 8 inches to bring home gold, okay? He's a multi-sport athlete, also competed in football and basketball, and he's shown incredible growth in track and field over the past 2 seasons. Harrison has proven he's one of the top high jumpers in Georgia, and he's also one of the top high jumpers in the United States because I found him. He's ranked 30th in the United States, so not bad. 6'10", his personal best in the preliminaries. So joining me now on the Coach's Corner hot seat from South Effingham High School, this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week, Senior Harrison Crofts. How's it going, Harrison?
Hey, how you doing, Coach? Thanks for having me on.
Hey, playing with this internet thing, which I know you guys are expert on, just kills me sometimes because one week somebody can work, next week somebody can't work, and the same people I've had on before can't get on. So I don't know. If your people know how to do it, let me know. I'll let you know my people do too. But once again, congratulations on that gold medal up there at the state track meet. It's pretty special.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So not only that, okay, from what I understand, I think you won majority of all your events this year. You got up to the state meet. You won because the guy that came behind you, who also cleared 6'8", but had more misses than you did. So, I mean, just unbelievable. Now, you also play football and basketball up there for the Mustangs?
Yes, sir. Yes,
nice.
Sir.
How long have you been playing 3 sports? The whole time you've been there?
Well, yes, sir. I started playing basketball my 9th grade year. I played 9th grade, 10th grade. Junior year, I started majority of the games. And then my senior year, halfway through, I decided to cut my basketball career short after going on visits, and some of the college coaches kind of taught me out of it because it's a real injury-prone sport, and they've had a few recruited athletes end up getting career-ending injuries playing basketball. So I decided to cut my basketball career a little bit short, but
nice.
I had a great time playing, 3 sports. I don't think you mentioned it, but I played a little bit of tennis too, back in 10th grade and 9th grade. So yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Hey, keeps you out of trouble, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So first off, like I said, congratulations on your state title. I want you to walk us through when you realized you had just won that Class 5A high jump championship.
Well, I wasn't the first person at the meet to realize it. We both had scratched out at the same height, and I thought we had the same amount of misses. So I was just getting ready for a jump off, and then I walked over to my dad and my coaches, and they were like, jump off, you just won. And I was like, oh, I was kind of in shock at first because it wasn't really what I expected. I was expecting, I don't know what I really was expecting, but it didn't come as what I thought it was going to be. It was great to go out there, but it just sort of dawned on me like I'm a state champion, and it just kind of, it felt great. It was a really great competition. The guy that took second, he's an incredible athlete. I can't remember his name, but he was a great kid. I was talking with him. He's in 10th grade. He's got a great future ahead of him. But
nice. Only 10th grader.
Yes, sir. Only 10th grader. As far as right after I had won, I just sort of, the only thing on my mind was just celebrating with my friends and family. So that's about it.
Nice. All right. So you've already improved from 6'4" last year, 6 feet 4 inches last year to 6'10" this year. What was it like when you in the preliminaries when you got 6'10" though?
Well, it was great. I mean, I've had a few really close misses at 6'10" before that. At the beginning of the season, I hit 6'6", I think, 2 or 3 times before I ended up clearing 6'8", and then I hit 6'8" 3 or 4 times before I ended up clearing 6'10" towards the end of the season. But it's just relieving to sort of realize that the hard work that I've been putting in is paying off. Especially, I credit myself with being a really hard worker. But
what changed that you went 6 inches? Was it technical, technique? Was it mental? What helped unlock you to that next level and get up there?
Well, a lot of it was technique work that was really somebody who really helped me out with my technique work this year was Coach Schiffman. He used to coach at Jenkins a few years ago. I know he led them to a few state titles while he was over there, but he came over primarily a long distance coach, but he really helped me with my forming, helped me get that figured out. So that was definitely a huge help having him there in my corner helping me out this year. Nice.
All right. So how about now talk about the other coaches. I know you gave credit in the article on the Effingham Herald to Coach Ellison. So let us know about how your coaches at South Effingham have helped you grow as a high jumper, as an athlete, and what's the best advice that they gave you?
Sure. So Coach Ellison he was the one who originally got me into track. Other than a few friends I had, he was the JV basketball coach my 9th grade year, and he was like, if you're not doing anything during the spring, you should come out and play, like, do some track. You're a tall, athletic kid. You probably get the hang of something, And he just threw me at a bunch of events last year, but he really set me up to succeed by throwing me to a bunch of different events, having me try new things. I've always been one to try new things. So if you would have told me that I was going to go do collegiate track at the Division I level when I was in 9th grade, I would have laughed at you. But I was not super athletic by any stretch. But through my growth and development, through the different sports I have played, through basketball and football especially helped me out a lot with getting my legs stronger. It's just relieving to find out that that like the work that my coaches are putting into me and the work that I put in during the off season or the season is paying off. And some of the best advice that I've ever had a coach give me was probably Coach Long. He was a football coach here last year, but he ended up going out to Florida for a new opportunity. But he told me that basically just gave me some lifting advice that the only way you get stronger is by increasing reps and increasing workload. So just basically move more weight.
That's exactly what you got. All right, so you have football, basketball, track. You gave up the basketball. Which out of those three sports is really your favorite?
Oh, well, as far as my favorite to play, I would have to give it to football. I mean, I've been playing football since I was 6 or 7 years old. Football has really been always there, as a sport in my life. It was definitely hard to let it go this year, but I'm glad that I'm still able to continue to play sports at the next level. So that's really big for me. But football is definitely my favorite.
All right. So talking about you played football your longest. When did you get into the high jump, and what sparked your interest in track and field besides your coaches? Was it because you were beating everybody, or I love I could never do it, but I always loved watching high jump. I had a friend in high school. How tall are you?
About 6'4".
Yeah, he was about 6'4", and just watching him do the high jump was simply amazing. So what sparked your interest in it, and what's been like competing against or with your teammates that said, let's do this?
Well, yeah, so my 9th grade year, I had some friends, like I said before, get me into track. And my 9th grade year, I did long jump. I did a little bit of high jump, but I ran the 400. Like I said, Coach Ellison just threw me at whatever events he could find. 10th grade year, it's a little bit more of the same, and just, sort of trying to find my rhythm and what really worked for me. And then 11th grade year, and I think it was that summer in between 10th grade and 11th grade year where I had a new weights program installed, and I ended up getting my squat max up, I think 175 pounds in one summer. So that was definitely a big part of, I think, why I started being able to jump a lot higher. I started dunking on people in basketball, as just noticed those little things. But I was like, man, I can kind of jump pretty high now. And I was actually, I was going to try and play tennis and do track at the same time this year, or last year, my junior year. And I went, I was going to all the tennis practices. Coach Campbell passed me in the hallway. He was like, so I can just scratch you off the list for the track team, because, we've been going to practice for a month. I haven't seen you one time. So I was like, oh, I'll come out there today. I was kind of reluctant because I had a lot of friends on the tennis team. I played tennis with a lot of my friends, and I ended up going over to the high jump and jumping. I can't remember. It was 6'4". And that would have seeded me number one at the first meet of the season. So I was like, you know what, I might just stick around for this. I ended up jumping PRN that season at 6'7", but after I hit my 6'4" mark, about 2 or 3 meets into the season, I got my first interest from the Air Force Academy. Nice. Coach Scotty reached out to me, and he was like, he just sort of set in front of me with the potential I had. That kind of brought that to my realization. And then I was like, well, I could actually go places with this. So that's was kind of my awakening moment when I realized that I was actually competing at a high level.
And if you're just tuning in, you're watching the Karl Demasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network, on the internet, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. I'm talking to this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete Week senior, Georgia High School State Association Class 5A high jump champion. Got a gold medal for him, Harrison Crofts from South Effingham High School. So pretty impressive. Now, you talked about getting into weight training. You talked about into, making yourself stronger. But how do you prepare for this every day? What is the mental preparation for being a track athlete? I mean, because really who you're competing against is mainly yourself. And then when you get to a meet, you can play somebody else.
Yeah, so definitely a huge mistake that a lot of track athletes make, especially in the jumps, is that they'll go out and just jump every single day, full approach jumps, and that can really wear your body down. Because if you think about high jump in particular, it's a real extraneous performance. The movement of a high jump is, it's like a max exertion jump as high as you can. And it's really hard on your Achilles tendon and some of those ligaments in your ankle. And I learned that out the hard way over the summer when I was training for Dallas Nationals in Philadelphia. I kind of overworked myself and ended up not doing very well in the national meet. But that's definitely a huge misconception, is the amount of intensity you have and stress you have to put your body through. I'll go out and I won't do full exertion jumps, but maybe once or twice a week. And I think that change in pace, that change in my rhythm and the way I work out has really contributed to my success as a track athlete.
Nice. Yeah. Well, I'm a firm believer. You can't do it every day. You got to give yourself a break. You got to give yourself some time to relax. And a lot of athletes, young athletes, college athletes, they don't do that. So what do you do to give yourself a break from sports?
Oh, I love playing pickleball.
Nice.
Just, you don't have to keep it at a 10 at all times. You can still go out and have fun, shoot hoops, just anything low intensity, like going for a walk. I became a huge fan of ice baths during the football season. And I just ended up icing my legs all the time. Like any chance I could, I would go over to Parker's, get a bag of ice, throw it in the bathtub, But
little cold for me.
So, oh yeah.
But, all right, so you're part of South Effingham history now. We know the wrestling teams won state championships. You're the first track athlete since 2022. So what does being the first track athlete to bring home a gold medal after 3 years? How did that make you feel? What was your reaction at school?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously it's great being a state champion. Shout out to the wrestling program at South. They've been state champs a bunch of times over and over again. But, they like bragging to everybody about how successful they are as a program. And I came back and I saw my wrestling friends. I'm like, what's up now? Like, let me into the club. So I thought it's a way that, like, I came back as a state champion, but I can sort of relate more people now. And,
Nice.
It's fun. It's fun being part of a group, a club,
Nice.
Like a winner's club. Feels good.
Well, you've been part of a group for your whole life, and that's your family. And I noticed in Donald Heath's article that after the big win, you guys went and celebrated Cheesecake Factory. So how important has it been that you've had this family support in your athletic journey, whether it was football, basketball, track, or tennis? And, what's their role in your success?
Oh, well, yeah, my family's always been super supportive of my athletic, endeavors. I used to play club basketball, and whatever it was, flying out, driving out to basketball tournaments all over the country. My family's there for me. This summer, I went to New Balance Nationals in Philadelphia, and my dad took me out for the weekend. When I started going on visits to colleges, my mom took me out to show me around a few schools out there in Utah. And then I had my dad took me to some visits to the Air Force Academy and the Naval Academy. And so my family's always been super supportive and super accommodating, and I really appreciate that.
Any siblings?
Yes, sir. I have a brother, Benjamin. He's in 10th grade going to 11th, and he's on the football team and the basketball team. I couldn't get him to do track with me, but he's a good athlete, and he has a lot of potential in football and basketball. I have
how
two
tall
other
is he?
brothers. He's just as tall as me, about 6'4".
Wow.
But yeah, he just needs to hit the weight room a little bit and start lifting. He'll be good. I have two other brothers. I have two other brothers, one in 7th grade, one in 3rd grade. And my brother in 7th grade also plays football, but that's about it.
Nice. Okay. All right. So on your chest, you got Navy. You committed that way back in March.
Sure.
You committed to the U.S. Naval Academy. What made you choose Navy, and what are you most looking forward to when you get there? And are you doing track there?
Yes, sir. So I'll be doing track there. I really hadn't thought about attending a service academy until I got recruited by the Naval Academy over the summer. Coach Johnson, the jumps coach there, is a super great guy, and I really look forward to being coached by him. But mainly what led to the decision, I had an interest from a few other schools, like I mentioned before, Air Force, Utah Valley, BYU, Northeastern. I was getting recruited by a few schools, but what really stuck out to me about particularly the service academies being the Air Force Academy and the Naval Academy was the culture, the team culture. As I was being recruited by these schools, I was watching a Navy football game, and I saw an interview with the quarterback, Blake Horvath, this year. They just won the Commander-in-Chief title, so congrats to them. But I noticed that he said in the interview about how connected the group of guys were because they were all working towards a common cause, So, there's a service commitment after you graduate from the academy, and that just sort of unifies everyone, brings them together. They've all gone through basic training. They've all gone through all the hard stuff, and there's no really big egos because everybody's sort of been through the same stuff. Everybody's just there to work hard and get better, and that was what really set me apart. I've also always been intrigued by the idea of, representing my country and being able to stand for that. So, whether that ends up being through my career field or, as an athlete, I just want to represent the American people. So that's something that's always been important to me too.
Nice. Well, you got to have a lot of desire. You got to have a lot of dedication because you're going to go through a lot there. But you're going to be getting a great education, and you're going to be serving your country. So that's a good avenue to go. So you've also mentioned you want to get to that Olympic qualifying height, like 7'6", 7'7". You're only if you got the 6'10", you're only about 8 inches away. So that's a big dream ahead. What are your goals into doing this, and how are you going to accomplish that in college?
Well, I'm really excited, especially for this upcoming season. Coach Johnson at the Naval Academy, the high jump coach, he's been talking to me, and I'm just excited to be able to get some collegiate coaching under my belt because as great as all the coaches at South are, and those guys have really helped me grow. I feel like, especially with some collegiate level training, I could really take my abilities to the next level and end up hopefully qualifying for some NCAA championships, some regional qualifying matches. So I'm really excited to see what the future holds track wise.
All right. I forgot. I do apologize. I didn't add this one. So, last question, 4 years, South Effingham High School. Did you go to the middle school too?
No, sir. I lived in Mexico City, Mexico before I moved here. So.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
How long
sir.
have you been in South Effingham?
4 years since my freshman year.
So tell us about the experience there. Tell us about the academics and what has South Effingham High School meant to you?
Oh, South is a great school. Obviously, my dad being a government employee, he and my mom got to pick any school in Georgia, and they ended up picking here because it's a great community. It's a great academic program too, and I'm really fond of the teachers and the admins, and they all just make it a comfortable environment to learn and to especially pursue athletics. Obviously, South has had a lot of success these past few years with their athletic programs, and that's something that's just going to continue to get better and better as we have a good group of underclassmen coming in. So I'm real excited to see what the future holds with South in that aspect.
And summer plans? Are you going to be going to more track meets before you go to the Naval Academy, or it?
Well, I've been invited to a few track meets. I got invited to the Atlanta City Games and New Ounce Nationals, and I can't remember. There was another meet in Philadelphia, but I think I'm gonna lay off. I'm gonna start lifting heavy again, and sort of get ready for the off season, and also prep my body for the basic training at the Naval Academy. So it's going to be different type of physicality there. So I want to make sure I get ready for that and sort of shift my focus to what's coming up ahead.
Well, Harrison, congratulations again on an outstanding season, your Georgia High School State Championship. I appreciate you taking the time to join us and share your story. I could tell, and Coach Rico Campbell said your work ethic, your dedication, your athletic ability is the tops. She says, you don't stop. You're a great kid. But bringing home that gold medal, you're this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. And best of luck as you finish up your senior year, because I know you got about a week left?
Yes, sir. Well, 2 days.
2 days and you got graduation?
Graduation practice, and we have graduation next Friday. So,
well, best of luck, and hopefully I'll see you on that college leaderboard that, you cleared 6.75, 7.7, because, like you said, you got the ups, keep on working hard, and appreciate it. And then I guess right now you say go Mustangs, but you're still going to say in a couple of weeks, go midshipman.
Yes, sir. Go Navy.
Beat Army, right? Beat
Army. Yes, sir.
All right. Congratulations. Good luck. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, sir. Of course. Anytime. All right.
I mean, just a fine young man. You can tell he's got his act together. Coach Campbell said, he's a heck of a student, a heck of an athlete, and, gold medal, 6'10" in the preliminary, 6'8" in the championships. One of 13, 14 athletes that won gold medals here. And not many times do we talk about a high jumper from this area winning a state gold medal. So once again, Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week from South Effingham High School, Harrison Crofts. All right, next up, we're going to try and get Coach Houston back on. Give me a couple minutes. You're watching the call. Oh, whoops. I guess I didn't check my comments. All right, Coach Brown checking in like he does every week. Yes, Coach. Outstanding young man. And I'll make sure I get that message to you. I'm sorry, Coach. Wasn't paying attention to the comment box because I'm trying to get my next guest on. But anyway, I might as well say this, okay? Kevin Brown, very quiet guy, athletic director at Groves High School, Woodville Tompkins, now downtown. But you got to love what his daughter's doing. Alex Brown from South Effingham High School. She was ACC All-Conference first team in softball. They're hosting an NCAA softball regional coming up this weekend. She transferred from North Carolina to Clemson, and she's just had a great 2 years over there at Clemson. She's batting like 4-something, just unbelievable. So there, Coach Brown, great job with that young lady, Alex Brown, okay? And Coach Kelly, tuning in here. Yeah, Coach, go Raiders. I know you got a couple of days to go, and you got it switched to Georgia Southern. That's very impressive. I didn't think Georgia High School would do that. So Coach Kelly coaches Savannah Christian, his two sons, Harding Dennis and Dawson Kelly, a big part of that Savannah Christian team. Well, they're going to go against their rivals, and I'll talk about that rivalry at the end when I do Carl's Corner. So let me get out of here. You're watching the Karl Demasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Let me try and get Coach Houston on. We'll be back in 3 minutes, hopefully. Hey, sports fans, looking for the ultimate sports and entertainment destination in Savannah, Georgia? Look no further than Coach's Corner. At Coach's Corner, you'll find everything you need for a great time, including TVs everywhere so you can catch all the latest sporting events, an outdoor seating area, perfect for enjoying a drink or a meal on a warm day, a wide array of drink options from beers to cocktails, a comprehensive sports schedule so you can cheer on your favorite teams year-round, prompt service even when it's crowded, a fun and lively atmosphere perfect for letting loose with your friends, and of course, delicious food, from famous chicken wings, hamburgers to delectable calzones and pizzas. Coach's Corner menu is sure to satisfy your cravings. In addition to all this, Coach's Corner also features an upgraded sound garden. Now, more seats, more bars, and an upgraded sound system. It's the perfect spot for hundreds of fans to gather and enjoy the latest local bands, tribute acts, and rising stars. So what are you waiting for? Join us at Coach's Corner for the ultimate sports, music, and culinary experience. Coach's Corner can't wait to see you soon. Remember, Coach's Corner is located at 3016 Victory Drive, right in Thunderbolt, Georgia, and on the World Wide Web at coaches.net. Remember, Coach's Corner, where every day is game day.
Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary Day School, it is so good to say we are One school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ at Calvary Day School. We would consider it a privilege to meet with you and your family personally. Call Alicia Bain, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
Yo, you still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room. If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
Hey, sports fans, looking for the ultimate sports and entertainment destination in Savannah, Georgia? Look no further than Coach's Corner. At Coach's Corner, you'll find everything you need for a great time, including TVs everywhere so you can catch all the latest sporting events, an outdoor seating area, perfect for enjoying a drink or a meal on a warm day, a wide array of drink options from beers to cocktails, a comprehensive sports schedule so you can cheer on your favorite teams year-round, prompt service even when it's crowded, a fun and lively atmosphere perfect for letting loose with your friends, and of course, delicious food, from famous chicken wings, hamburgers, to delectable calzones and pizzas. Coach's Corner menu is sure to satisfy your cravings. In addition to all this, Coach's Corner also features an upgraded sound garden, now more seats, more bars, and an upgraded sound system. It's the perfect spot for hundreds of fans to gather and enjoy the latest local bands, tribute acts, and rising stars. So what are you waiting for? Join us at Coach's Corner for the ultimate sports, music, and culinary experience. Coach's Corner can't wait to see you soon. Remember, Coach's Corner is located at 3016 Victory Drive, right in Thunderbolt, Georgia, and on the World Wide Web at coaches.net. Remember, Coach's Corner, where every day is game day.
Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary Day School, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ at Calvary Day School. We would consider it a privilege to meet with you and your family personally. Call Alicia Bain, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
Yo, you still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Well, I'm back, people. I've been trying to get Coach Houston hooked up, but I guess the link's not going to work. I do apologize. I will make sure that I will get him on. If I can't get him on tonight while I'm doing my last segment, we will definitely work and try and get him on for another show. Once again, BC runner-up, state runner-up in the Class 4A track and field championships. Boatload of cadets winning medals and making it to the podium. The 100 and 400 relay teams, the 4x100 and the 4x200, winning gold medals, pretty impressive. And once again, I do apologize. It is the internet, whether it's on my end or his end. You know what? I just got to apologize. There's nothing else I can do. But as we're running to almost an hour here, so as I end my show every week, I end it with Karl's Corner. Okay, Karl's Corner is an editorial that I used to do every Saturday morning on the radio when I was with WTKS and ESPN Savannah. It's just a take on something that's going on in sports, whether it's locally or nationally, and it's locally, okay? What am I talking about? Calvary against Savannah Christian, okay? This is a storied rivalry. This has been going on forever. I think 1959 or 1960-something, they've been going at it. But due to reclassification, okay, these two teams didn't play each other this year. And it's such a shame. because this is what Savannah's all about, rivalries. After your rivalry game's over, you pull for the other team. I bet you there's so many kids on the Calvary team, and there's so many kids on the Savannah Christian baseball teams. They play to each other, travel ball, they're friends, and just to see it one time a year, not fun. It's not fun. And take it from me, okay? My oldest son graduated from Savannah Christian. My youngest son graduated from Calvary Day School. And it's always been fun rooting for both schools. And when they play for each other, I'm torn. I mean, you know what? I got alliances or allegiances to people at Calvary. I got allegiances to people at Savannah Christian. So I'm in a house divided, okay? They still give each other some ribbon about it, because Russell, my oldest son, who has returned to Savannah Christian, is 3 years older than my son Dom, who went to Calvary. But just the rivalry games, the electricity, the atmosphere of those two teams playing. And I got to give Georgia High School a lot of credit, okay, for bringing that game from Atlanta, from Coolray Stadium, which is home of the Gwinnett Stripers, to Georgia Southern, because that's going to bring so many people from this area to Georgia Southern. It's going to be a packed house. I remember back in 2017 when Calvary won the championship at Grayson Stadium. It was great. Benedictine. And then when Calvary won championships over there at Bethesda, just to have it in our own backyard is something special. I know we got to drive 60 miles or 40 miles, wherever you live here in Savannah, 40 minutes, 60 minutes, whatever it may be. But it's just special to have these teams playing each other. Now, I don't know if I can make amends here. I don't know if I could change people's thoughts and feelings, but the administrators of these schools got to come together. Keep this tradition going. It's something special here in Savannah, Georgia. Benedictine, okay? Now playing New Hampstead, a rivalry. Benedictine playing Jenkins, a rivalry. Savannah Country Day, Savannah Christian, Calvary, whenever they get together, a rivalry. St. Andrews, Memorial Day School, a rivalry. There's so many rivalries going on. And anytime we know the public schools play games, it's always a rivalry. But, it's just a shame that we only going to see Calvary against Savannah Christian one time this year. Well, it's going to be a good one. Monday night, 5 o'clock, Grayson Stadium. Okay? First pitch. It's going to be a doubleheader. So 30 to 40 minutes after that first game, we'll get game 2. And if there's an if game, the tiebreaker game will be Tuesday at 12 noon. Just a little thought there. Love rivalries. Love watching Savannah Christian and Calvary go at it. All right? I'll talk about rivalries. How about South Effingham and Effingham? You want to talk about rivalries? So it's just unbelievable. But I'm glad that Georgia High School switched the game to Georgia Southern so we can go watch it if you can get there Monday night. So that's Carl's Corner for this week. Gotta love it. And all I can say is go Cavaliers, go Raiders, because I got both in the family here. So I'm going to enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy it. And, may the best team win. And like I said, somebody's going to bring back a championship, or as I like to say, bring back the ship to the SAV Monday or Tuesday here next week. All right, on that note, it's time to get out of here. Like I say every week, God bless everybody. Please say a prayer for all those people who are having a tough time. That's what it's all about, this crazy world we live in. And whatever you're doing today, tomorrow, always hit it at the park. And until I speak to you next week, may it be best week ever. I do apologize about the internet problems. I will make sure I get Coach Houston on from Benedictine to talk about his track program. Talk to you later. Peace out. God bless. See ya. You're watching the Karl Demasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. You got to love it.